Hi everyone, I thought I would show you just some organisation tips that I have. They may not work for everyone. I got a lot of stuff. I've been collecting for 20 years, so I got a lot of stuff, and I go for a lot of sales, and it's a family joke in my house that I only buy things on sale because I tell everyone that's what I get it on, but the truth is I actually do mostly get it on sale. I've got some stuff here, like I'm surrounded in it, so I'm going to start straight away. I've got thousands of buttons. I've always collected buttons, and my mum had tons of buttons when she passed, so I kept her buttons. So what I do is I sorted them in colours, and these are only just like a couple bags. These are like, I've got thousands and thousands and thousands, and what I do, I buy one of them I'll show you if I can take the camera over. I'll show you. So I buy these containers here, these ones here, and as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but that is full of buttons. It's just like buttons, okay? There's tons and tons and tons of buttons in there. So I've got so many buttons, but I put them in, sort them out in colour, put them in the bags. If the bags get a little bit shoddy, easy to replace, you just, you know. They're easy to stack on top of each other, so I'm not taking up tons of space, but I literally have thousands of buttons, and I put them in that bag, and I know where all they are at all times. Another thing everybody has, I must have done cross stitch at some time. This was in the fishing aisle, so I just put mine on the little tags. I've had these for probably 20 years, and I do get new ones occasionally, but not very often. I've got a ton of these still here, and I just stick them into there. Easy, really, really easy. You know where they are then. Another thing was I found these here, and I'm going to bring you down a bit. Where are you? Oh my God! Okay, that was a blooper to keep, wasn't it? Eh? Okay, I have no idea how this down thing works, so there you go. I'll bring it down and show you. So I actually got this from one of our cheap shops, I think it was, or was it Kmart? Could have been Kmart, I think I got that from. And it's got lots of different sections, so you can just take the lid off, you take the second section off, and so on. So look, that's absolutely brilliant. I think that's excellent, and it's very, very sturdy, to be honest. I've not had an incident where, touch wood here, I've not had an incident where it's actually fell. I've lifted the lid handle and it's actually fallen. So that's a great, you can stack them on top of each other. So I've got several of them. They're absolutely brilliant. I went to the men's section, into the fishing, and got these ones from the fishing, and I just put all little bits and pieces in here, you know, like little metal mostly in this kind of thing. I can't wait to use this. This is a death mask. I bought that off the internet somewhere, and I can't wait to use it, but I haven't found a project that I want to put it on yet, so that's one. And I've got lots of these boxes. There's, I don't know if I'm too scared to lift it up, but there's heaps of them over there. Okay, these are just some of my storage ideas, but the thing I like about them is that they actually stack on top of each other, so that's the best thing. Here's another one, but it's bigger, so you can see that it's quite a big difference. So this one's much, much bigger. Heavy as, because this one's got all metal stuff in it. Okay. So, and you can see what you got at a glance. Like, you don't have to go searching in boxes and bags and everything. Bang. There's a lid. I can see exactly what's in there. Open it up. Can fart ass around and move my fingers. Oh, yep, there it is there. Rah, rah, rah. So that is ideal. And that's another one. Another one, some of my organisation is I've got lots and lots of ribbon, and so I put colour coordinated. This is white and it's glary because it is white. I found that it actually happens on the videos. These are my little tiny ribbons. Yeah, that works down there. Little tiny ribbons. I put them together. I colour coordinate, so I've got all my green together, all my pink together, all my red together, and so on. but what I also do, they're the ones I use mostly all the time. The ones I don't use mostly, I've got in a bigger one of these. So you've got that one, and then you've got that size, which is heavy, but then you've got the bigger one. Now what I've done here with my ribbons, I know people can do it really fancy, but I can't. So what I've done is that I've cut out cardboard, and it's only old cardboard, so it's using up my stash. I'm very good at using up my stash, actually. So I've got lots of old cardboard, and then I just wrap the ribbon around it and just simply taped it with a little bit of tape. And I've done that with all the ribbons. Now I've still got some on here. Oh my God, trying to get it out my fingers today. I've still got some up because I love this. And I'm going to do a project with them, but I've kept the ribbon on it, and that's a material ribbon. I've kept the ribbon on it because I don't want to actually throw that away, so I've left that in there. But I have got tons of it, and mostly I have done, again, these. Okay, and all I've simply done was notch them out. So some I've got notches, some I haven't. So some are just plain cardboard, and I've just wrapped it around and I've taped it. But I put it in colour coordinated, so they've got the greens and the purples. This one's here is gingham. So I've got the gingham. Doesn't mean that the colours are the same, but what it means is the patterns are the same. So I've got gingham, okay? And this one's spotty, and so on. And that's what I've done. I've tried to keep the colours together. These ones are all sparkly kind of things. So I've kept them in a thing. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these. I know, a lot, right? I've got too much stuff, I tell you. Okay. Another one. I'll just move some of this to the side. Again, it's the same size as the ribbon, but what I've done here is I put flowers in this one. Okay, so I bought a whole heap of these offline a couple of years ago, and they've got to be honest, they're shoddy. I have to be honest, though, really, but you can dress them up beautifully. So you can paint them, you can put ink on them, you can splatter them, you can really dress them up. You know, you put gloss on them, you can do lots of things. So, which is what I do. So, for an example, that's a very pale paper flower. I mean, there's heaps and heaps there. You just like, so it's just paper. But you can see where it looks like it's faded. Well, that looks great on shabby chic and stuff, by the way. But if I wanted to dress that up, I can ink around that, I can paint it, I can splatter, I can put crackle paint on it, by the way, which I will show you how to do one day. And it looks, wow, totally awesome. So, yeah, so that's what I do with them kind of flowers. I've also got other flowers, which are the little roses that you used to buy, and that I make a lot of my own flowers now, but I've got a whole stack of box of them, and they're in one of them big plastic boxes as well. I've got about 3 of them, I think. Yeah, this is another thing I brought, and I've got these stacking up on the shelf. They stack really well together, and you can actually put them on top of each other. And I've got these for my paper clips, so they just all pull out. You can see what you got instantly clear. I love them. I love them. I don't need to put names on them because I can see exactly what they are. And these just clip like that. See? And I've got to be honest, I've had no issue with these falling open. I've had no issue with this. The only thing I wish I had is more of a handle, but then it might stop me from stacking it. So, if it's like this one, that has recess, so I can actually stack that on top. So, I love these. These were cheap, by the way. That was like a couple bucks. So it wasn't even $8, $7 or $10 or whatever. That was only a couple bucks. So I think this was $4. So you just got to look out. Go into the men's section. Go into the fishing sections, because honestly, you will get a surprise as what you can find. I do all the time. I go to the men's section all the time in the fishing section. My husband thinks, because we do go fishing, and he thinks I look there for the fishing stuff. No, I don't. I look for containers. He doesn't know that. Now, I've got several systems for my dies. I've got a folder that is I just grab it. I tried to be prepared for you, but honestly, who can get prepared when you got so much stuff? Because I know you hate watching big videos. I don't like watching great big videos either. I try to keep them to minimum. So I've got a thing of dies here, and what I've got in here is my great big dies. So these ones are quite large. I don't know if you can see it. So they're quite large, and these are great for cards. I got to go create from England. They're an England brand. Okay, but these ones are Nestabilities. These ones here are the Grand Nestability. Okay, so I keep them in here. Oh, they do actually stay in here. It's just that I've been a bit rough with them lately because I've been going flat out using stuff. And so you can see, and these are great card sizes because you can cut these out, fold them over, and then you've got a different size, different kind of card. And I do samples and put together labels 18 or 17. This one's label 17, I think. And as you can see, they're quite large, folded over, and they fit into a normal size envelope, and they're really great, and you can do wonderful things to them. This one here is the same, but what I simply did, I think this is label 4, I was thinking, something like that. Maybe 4, 2 or something. Anyway, and then I just folded it over, and that makes a nice card as well. So, Grand Nestabilities. The only thing you do need is you need an A4 size cutting machine. Okay, so don't think they will fit into a Cuttlebug or into a Big Shot, because they won't. You need an A4 size cutting machine. Okay, so that's that one. That's the big ones. The other one I've got is I've got CD cases. I'm just trying to go really quick for you. CD cases here. Okay, you open them up and you've got dies. I'm just trying to see if I've got, hang on, let me have a look. I don't know how people cook when they're looking at the camera and they do things back to front. I don't know how the hell they do that, okay? Okay, so here's some paper artsy dies. Oh, okay, so I use both sides of it. But on the front, at the beginning, there is an index. So I don't actually put paper artsy because there's not enough room. There's just not enough room to write in that. So what's that? Number 13, 12 and 13? 13, 14, 11, 12, 13, 14. 11, 12. So I got grunge flowers. I did have paper artsy on it. And paper artsy, paper artsy, grunge flowers, blooms, and that kind of thing. So that's what I've done on that. Okay, these are great because the system, you know, you've got the numbers, so you put them back, you know exactly where they go. And if you wanted to do an index better than that, I find it works for me. I just got to go through and look, you know. Sometimes I just put on it like things like I'll take you up a little bit long so I don't. Sometimes I put on it things like flower, bats, Halloweens. Doesn't matter what the die is, I stick all the Halloween together or something in that. You can put up there if you wanted to put an index. You can put indexes up there, and they all fold shut and they lock, and you can stack them. So I've got a couple of them. They stack, and this one's full. The other one's half full. I know. Definitely got too much stuff. I also use these ones, and they've got handles, great to take away with you if you're going on. I've never been on a retreat, so I can't say it's great to take away on a retreat because I've never been on one. But these are also CD folders, and look, for me they work. They may not work for you, but I can look on here and I can see straight away as I go over the pages what I've got. Okay, so I can see what I've got. I'll just go over. The only thing is, don't tip them upside down. Okay, let me show you. I'm trying to show you one that's full, because some I've actually taken out. Okay, this one maybe. I've taken some out to put into one of these here. See? So they stay quite well. Now what I do is that if they got the original packing, I leave the original packing on it. And I've got, this one's got a reverse one as well. Okay. So there's one small, one big. I'll write that on the packaging, turn over. That are from the same company. I've got the name of what they are. This one here, I know exactly what that is because I've used original packing, but I've cut it down. And I know exactly what it's called, where it's from. So if I do anything on design team, then I know basically what it's called. These are from the Go Create. That's the small ones. So these are like mats to put on the big ones. Or you can make a card from them. And I've made some from them, and they look absolutely gorgeous. So that's what I do. And this system works very, very well for me. I've got some gorgeous girls there. I've got lots of the bigger ones here. But I can see instantly what I've got. Okay? Oops, sorry, knocked you out. It's very heavy, but honestly, once you do it up, you just carry it with that. It's not a big deal. And so that's where I've got them for the moment. I've got some more of the metal ones here that I'm putting in. I've got another one of these, which is bigger I've got 2 of these. Okay, I've got 3 of these. Which, yeah, I've got a lot. Lots. That's why I say using up your stash, this is a very good series for me, using up my stash. Another thing I do is my embossing folders. That's a new one for me. This one hasn't been done yet, so it's a new one. So what I actually do is I love making books. I adore making books. I'm trying to hurry up for you because I know it's getting on. So I made all these books, okay? And what I did with them is that I've decorated the front of the books. And they're just with a ring binder, just a ring and some ribbon just to decorate. And I've got all different ones. See, they're all together. There. And what I did was I divided these into categories. So I did tabs, 3D texture fades. So I've got to do some more of them because I've got some new ones, so thanks Auntie Vera. I've got some new ones, so I must put them on here. Now what I do is I actually write on the back, so these are a ATC kind of card, so they're 3.5 by 2.5 inch. So I made them for that because they're easy to cut out. So on the backs of them I wrote who the folder is, the number of the folder, what's it called and where it's from. So if you can see that. And then I've put some ink on the front so I could see the pattern better. Okay. This one's a deep embossing. This one's circle dots. So it means when I say circles and dots, it means all the folders that I have with dots and circles of embossing, then I've got them all together. And they're all different. And again, on the backs I've written on where they're from, what they are, and so on. Okay. And again, I've just used the ink to show them. Now, I did heaps of them. I mean, you could do one folder and put them all in. You could do them in one of these kind of things. But, look, I really enjoyed making the books. And I'm using up tons of my stash. This is all junk paper. I made all the flowers myself. So I'm using up my papers. I'm using up cardstock. I'm using up scrap papers that I don't particularly like. But they look good on the books. So, you know, there. And I'm using up tons of ribbon. That, as you see, I have tons of ribbon. And, yeah, look, I just think it looks great. So, stars, snowflakes, birds, Christmas. So, what I've done is I've gone through, and every time what I would do, every time I do this, I will emboss that image, as much as that image, so it'll be this piece here. I will emboss that on a 3.5 by 2.5 piece of cardstock, and I'll try to do the same colours. And I will do ink over it. I'll put the name and that on the back of it, before. I'll put the name on the back of it before I emboss it, because believe me, it's harder to do once you emboss. And then I put the rings in it, the holes in it, and then I'll put it into a book. Easy. And these look really great like that. okay? And I use these for lots and lots of things. I actually use these to hold them in, and mine's alphabetical. I don't go under the company, I go alphabetical. This one's called Ornate Lace, so I go under O, Ornate Lace, so A to Z, okay? And that's how I do it. And I know that if that's alphabetical, that if I look in here and I want a folder that is retro circles, that one, for example, I go to into my albums, my system, and I've got retro circles. It's just so simple. I mean, why make things so complicated? You can do companies if you want, but I'd have thousands, because I just don't go one company, I'll go tons. Look, it's 20 minutes in. Hope you got something out of that. If you need any more explanation, put a note down below so I can actually look into whatever you want to know. That's just part of my systems. I'll turn around and find some more for you, and I'll catch you soon. Take care. Bye.